My name is Ife West. If this is your first time on this channel, you are highly welcome. This is a place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'll be talking about the reasons why white people cannot practice African spirituality. For some time now, I've been seeing some videos online of white people trying to call out African spirituality practitioners, accusing them of racism, and telling them that they are trying to change or oppress white people by not giving them access to African spirituality. These are white kids, and we call them kids. Most of them are young people. We say they are Gen Z, the new generation. They feel that they are entitled to the knowledge of African spirituality. They feel that African spirituality belongs to everybody, that it should not be a closed practice, that the knowledge should be easily accessible, like the encyclopedia, that anybody can just have access to it, that is their heritage. This is the belief. So they are calling out black people, calling out practitioners, and saying all sort of things. I will get to that. Let me continue. We are going to talk very deep into this topic today. Don't worry. So I want to add my own take on this issue. I have talked about this issue several times in our previous videos, and it is always the same way. I want to explain this from a very common sense approach to this issue. Before we go deep, let's first of all define this topic. What is African spirituality? Why is this topic so important? African spirituality, by definition, is simply the spirituality of African people. It is the ways and means and understanding of how the African people interact with the elements of nature, which we call God. As nobody have seen God face to face. I have not seen God. You have not seen God. The only thing we know as God is what we see every day, which are the elements of nature. You can call them the land, the air, sky, water, earth, plants. We have the mineral kingdom, we have the animal kingdom, and we have all the other kingdoms, the water kingdom. We have everything, all these things we see in the world today. These are the elements representing God, the God consciousness, or the combination of the God particles that come together to form this thing we call nature. African spirituality is our understanding, how we know what we know about these things, and how we interrelate, how we communicate, or how we interact with them. This is our spirituality, our own beliefs about this thing, our own perspective, the way we view nature from our own understanding. All these things embodies what we call African spirituality today. It is purely an Afrocentric perspective. So we have African spirituality. We can say, okay, let's take example of the Indian people, Hindu people. When they say they practice or study Hinduism, what is their own? Is their own understanding of nature based on their own perspective, right? Same way we can say the Chinese people. When you hear of Chinese spirituality, whether they call it Buddhism, Zoroastrianism, or Confucianism, any of those ones, is their own understanding of nature based on the way they see it from their own perspective. Okay, that is their own practice, and they behave in a certain way. The way they do their things is according to how they act and they react to nature. We Africans, we have our own, which is unique to us, based on our genealogical lineage, our ancestral lineage, and our spiritual connection to this force called nature. Okay, the Caucasians, the white people, the Caucasians, they have their own spirituality. Okay, they have their own. Somehow their own have morphed into what we call Christianity today. Okay, our own understanding of nature is to live in harmony, in peace, with nature. We don't do things that will destroy or harm nature unnecessarily. Our sole aim of African spirituality is not to conquer nature. It's not to kind of overcome or dominate nature, to pollute and just go out on wanton destruction. This is not the way African people practice it. This is not the way we practice our own. If you see ancient African societies, if you study it carefully, you find out that there is a kind of a system that is what you will call eco-friendly, a sustainable system, this great circle of life. We understand the circle of life, okay? How nature recycles itself. So we don't focus on technologies that will pollute or destroy nature. We don't do that in African spirituality. That is not the premise, that is not the original concept of African spirituality. If you compare this philosophy or ideology with that of Caucasian view of the planets, of their own spirituality, their spirituality is the one of domination, wanton destruction. This is the way Caucasian think. Caucasian don't think of living in harmony with the earth. Their aim is to dominate and conquer and destroy. And this is the way the Caucasian behaves. We can trace this behavior to the Neanderthals of Europe. Those things that are brutes. We call them the frost giants. This is the original frost giant, the Iceman. The Iceman mentality is that of destruction, killing, brutality, barbarity, ferocity. This is the way they think. I don't know why they think like this. This behavior is inside the blood of the Caucasian. It has not changed, it has not died. And we see this behavior in the way when we first made contact with them about 300,000 years ago. We discovered this behavior in them. That is why we strive to protect and prevent contact with them. This is the reason when we discovered the Neanderthals, we discovered that they could not swim by then. The only way they could get access to Africa was through the Sinai Peninsula, as in way of Egypt. That's Sinai Peninsula, because that is the only land entrance Europeans can use. By then, Neanderthals could not swim. So our people grouped together. We decided to take all our resources. We went to Egypt, Cairo, to build a very powerful civilization there, to block these Neanderthals from coming to Africa. That is why you see where Egypt Kemet is situated was at that very point, because that is the only land route they can come in. We have been trying to prevent these people from coming to us for years, but the people somehow, they evolved. The Neanderthals have evolved into Caucasian. And we tried to civilize them, but the blood could not be wiped out completely from their body. And they are still brutish people the way they are. What do we have to do? We have to learn to live with these people. Today, the people are the ones ruling the world. We see them today with the kind of destructive technologies that they are always focusing on. Climate change, pollution, nuclear bombs, raiding other people's country, stealing people's land and claiming it as their own. The Neanderthals and the Caucasians, they are natural kleptomanians. They never get satisfied, and they can never be satisfied. Their aim is not to live in harmony with the earth, but to subjugate and dominate and destroy. This is the nature. These people, the children of this Caucasian today, they are the ones that are doing all the evil things on the planet. If you look all the races, we see Chinese people, we see Mexican people, we see African people, we see Indian people. Who are the people that went around stealing other people's property? It is the Caucasians that went to America, kill all the Native Americans. Native Americans now, they are not even up to 1% of the population of America, wiped out all the bison, wiped out these people, and stole their land. You stole the land from Canada. You say it is your own. You people are thieves. What do we want to do? You want to come into African spirituality to do the same thing? But I'm coming to that yet. It is the Caucasian that went to Australia, killed all the black people and stole the land. You people went to India. How many people did Shoshi killed in India? I cannot count. It's over 300 million people stole things from there. You went to Africa, you did the same thing to us, and you are still doing the same thing to us. Killed millions of my African ancestors. Killed millions in our transatlantic slave trades. Went to all over the world, killing and stealing people's property. And you are still doing the same thing today. You are using NATO to steal, to invade Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Libya. Now it's Russia's turn. This is Caucasian, this is NATO, this is Caucasian in action. This is your spirituality. Your so-called religion, Christianity, is the largest pedophile cult in the world. Just yesterday, I was watching Al Jazeera. They were talking about Portugal, that 5,000 children were molested in Portugal since 1950. Since 1950, still now. The Pope was there in Portugal. Just one country. The same story we're going to hear in America, thousands of children. Everywhere the Caucasian go, there's evil. I'm not saying you people are bad, though, but anywhere you go, there is evil and destruction. Do you think we will allow this kind of people into African spirituality? If you are watching me, this kind of people that have this kind of behavior, now they want to come into our... What are you coming here to do? First of all, what are you coming here to do? Your food track, your sand track, and everywhere you go is destruction and evil that you carry with you. This is your character, this is your nature. Why do you think we want you to come into African spirituality, to bring this kind of character into African spirituality? No, we cannot allow you people to come in. For the very good reasons, I will list them. You people lost the rights to study and practice African spirituality when your ancestors decide to invade Africa, when your ancestors decide to invade other indigenous cultures and lands in the world. You lost that privilege, first of all. You also lost that privilege when you decide, your so-called Greek ancestors decide to steal all our wisdom in Africa and say that civilization started in Greece. If you check Greece, all Greek philosophers came to study in Africa. You lost the right again to study African spirituality, where your ancestors came together and wrote this lie inside your books that civilization started in Greece, when we all know it started in Africa. You have also lost the privilege again when your people decide to come up with this Charles Darwin theory of evolution, that we evolved from monkeys and black people are the lowest scale. When you bring this classification of Negroid, Caucasian, which simply means carcass of a dead Asian. That is what Caucasian means. You are the carcass of a dead Asian. When you bring this classification and put us at the end of the scale, you lost your privilege again to learn African spirituality. You also lost your privilege again when you bring this your fake religion to tie us down in this Christianity that does not have any benefit for African people. The sole aim of Christianity is to destroy African spirituality and to turn us to caricatures. You lost your privilege again when your people do that. You lost your privilege again when you decide to wipe African history from educational curriculum in the world and decide to hide African history inside your secret societies. You lost that privilege again. You lost the privilege again when you people decide to use neo-colonization to put African people in perpetual poverty. When you people create your IMF and your World Bank to be sucking our resources dry, to make us perpetually poor. You lost that privilege again. And you will continue to lose that privilege until you decide to make atonement, to pay restitution for transatlantic slavery and all the evil things your ancestors have done to African people. Till today, we are talking about reparations, and we see white people talking trash that they are not responsible for slavery. Yes, no white man living today are responsible for transatlantic slave trade, but every black man bears the scars. I pass through racism every day. Me, till today, you people are racist. White people are predominantly racist. We know this, and you know this. You people hate black people, and you keep bringing out policies every day to put us at the bottom of the ladder. And yet, you still want to come into African spirituality. Are you not ashamed? This is the ultimate insult to the black race. This is insult to us. I will not allow it. Okay, imagine this thing. First of all, you coming in, you are putting yourself in danger. The people you want to come to meet in African spirituality, who are they? African spirituality is our way of making contact with our ancestors. Who are our ancestors? They are black people that have died. My forefathers, for the line of the beginning of time. You want to come into African spirituality to be following me to venerate my own black ancestors, the people that your own people killed, that your people have been fighting to destroy since they came out of their cave. You want to be praying to them to help you succeed, to kill us more. Is that how it is? When you decide to come into African spirituality as a white person, two things will happen to you. When the spirits you are making contact with see you that you are part of the people that are destroying us, don't you think they will want to do something bad to you? Don't you think they will want to harm you or push you in the wrong direction? You don't think like that. It will be dangerous for you to even say you want to come into African spirituality after all the evils that your ancestors have done to African people, that they are continuously doing. You want to come and still come to them, give them food, give them drink, like as if nothing is happening. Who the hell are you? Such arrogance cannot be explained. This is a mentality. If you are a white person, for me, well, from my experience, I'm talking from my experience, that you really have this genuine interest to want to learn African spirituality, you want to really practice it, you want to follow it, you have come to see that you can learn a lot of things from it. The best thing you will do is to try to make atonements for the things that your people have done against African people. The atonement stands by you telling your government to change the policies affecting us negatively. The atonement stands by you telling your government to return all the artifacts that is still in their possession, that they have stolen in their museums. Many of these things are in private collectors. If you have them in your possession, you start by returning them. You start by telling your people to do the right thing. You start by helping Africa, coming to Africa, visiting the continent, seeing how you can be able to solve some of the problem. If it is trying to do things, building hospitals, schools, doing things that will ameliorate the suffering of the African people. You start by doing this. You start by breaking the walls of racism, fighting these white supremacist people, fighting the evil government, standing for black people's rights. You stand by doing all these things. When you begin to do all these things, then the African ancestors will know that you are serious. They will guide you. They are the ones that will come to you. They are the ones that will initiate you by themselves. Not you struggling to come in. Okay? This is what will naturally happen. You don't need to say you want to start coming to disturb us, you want to initiate it. Do the work. Start doing the work by yourself. When you begin to do this work, we will see you. When we see you, we will bring you in. This is the way it works. There are some white people I see that are doing the work. They are not black people, but when you see the kind of good works these white people are doing for Africa, you will know that this person is an African. This person is a brother. This person is a sister. I have done video before. I've mentioned some white people that have done great works. I call that their names. When I see that, I say this person is a true African. You will see it in the work. You will see it in their attitude. This is the way it shows. There are some people I will say, okay, come, I will teach you this stuff. When I see you, see the kind of work, you don't need to tell me that you want to learn. I know that this person is one of our people. I will go out my way to bring you in, teach you. A lot of real practitioners, they will do the same thing. A lot of African people, they will even invite you, they will give you a title. Okay? Not that you come in to infiltrate our group, to want to force yourself to come and learn our stuff. Then the next thing you start doing vouchering, taking the stuff, selling it, passing it, start carrying yourself that you are a spiritualist, caution voucher, ripping us off. A lot of white people that want to come into African spirituality, they don't have intention of helping Africa. They have not changed. They have not changed. They're coming into African spirituality because they want to steal. They see it like something they want to conquer, like another thing, like another land or another place. There, this is uncharted territory. I can come here, just learn this stuff, and I'm gonna write a book. The way they do this, their academic literacy, they just steal somebody's stuff, put their name on it, and then they say that, oh, I discovered this, I discovered that, I'm a professor of this. They go start making money, that they are experts in African spirituality. This is the aim that many of them are. They are coming here, you are thieves. We know you people. You people are very good at stealing. You come here with this thieving mentality. Then when they race you out, block you out, you start crying a wolf, or a crying victim, crying racism. You don't need to be initiated into African spirituality. I tell African people this. You can initiate yourself by doing the work, by listening to the voice of the spirits. In my program, I don't initiate people. When you get to a certain level, the spirits will visit you, will start coming to see you by themselves. I will not even know what is happening. They are the ones that will initiate you. We have a lot of people some white people that have proven themselves. I talked about Gaddafi. I talked about Susan Wegan of Nigeria, the white Oshun priest that was a priestess for 50 years in Nigeria. I talked about a few white people I see on TV that are actually speaking out, doing work, trying to change things, going against the system of white supremacy, speaking the truth at the expense of their life or their finance. They don't care. When you see people doing this work, you don't need any oracle to say these are people that really want to change things. There are people that we know that are doing this work. There are people, we will know you when you have genuine intention. Not somebody coming in, you just come in, want to come and snatch stuff here, snatch and grab. Then the next thing you start parading yourself that you are one DPR. We know that you are a fraud. Okay? White people have done a lot of damage in this planet. Caucasian. I keep spelling it Caucasian. You are the people that are causing all the problem in this world. Your people, I'm not saying all of you, but your people are a major problem. You are a major problem to Africa. You are a major problem to the whole world. Because of you, we don't sleep. Black people don't sleep in America. Racism, Kaku's clan, white supremacy, fascism, all these things, you are the ones causing all these problems. So we cannot allow you to come into African spirit, coming here to come and be sitting with us, rubbing shoulders with us. Are we mates? You lost that privilege a long time ago. You lost that privilege. Your ancestors, you and your people, you have lost that privilege. That time don't pass. We're not fear alarm. Before you can come here, say you want to even learn the work, it will be very tedious for you. If you even have genuine intention, you will do work more than all of us. It will be very hard. You are going to go through so many difficulties for you to say you want to even come into our fold spiritually. It will be harder for you than somebody like even me, because your ancestors have done a lot of damage. So you have a lot of repairing to do. So it's not something that you want to even come to. Are you sure you want to do this? Because it's going to be very hard if you want to do this well. It's going to be very difficult for you. You have a lot of atoning to do. You have a lot of barriers to break. You have a lot of work. You're going to do a lot of work. So it's not something that you walk in a park, or this is not a picnic or a vacation. You think you can just come into this African spirituality boot camp for a while and just sleep, slide in, slide out. Your work will be very hard. Are you sure you want to do this? Many of you are not ready. You're just looking for something to while away time, to cross your bucket list. We are not the people. African spirituality is not what you use to cross your bucket list. Okay? So you cannot come in. You cannot come in. When I started, there was some time ago, I said this story before about a woman. This white woman from Mississippi. When I started my YouTube, she came across my channel. She was disturbing me. She wanted to learn Africans. She wanted to learn. Her parents were slave owners. She was their descendants. They were people that actually having plantations in Mississippi. But this girl, she's a woman now. She's always having nightmares. She takes drugs. She's a heavy drug user. She cannot even sleep. She having problems, very deep problems. She sees things. She's crazy. She knows that there are problems she's passing through due to the way her parents treated African people. So she's trying to want to come in maybe African spirituality. She thinks it will help her. So when she starts disturbing me, I said, okay, how can I help this woman? I did a reading for her. They said she should do some things. She should grow a tree. I don't know the kind of tree, but she should grow a tree of blood. Maybe there are people that killed so many Africans. They asked to do something. She refused to do the thing. She refused to do it. I said, this is what they say you should do, but she didn't do the thing. So she went away with her problem. She went away. This is some of the things we said. You want to come into African spirituality, but you are not willing to do the things that is required. You are not willing to do the things that will bring that atonement, that will bring that restitution. You will not be able to do it. But you want to come into the system. It will not work. Many white people want to come into African spirituality, but they are not ready to do anything to help African people. They are not ready to move a finger to move African people forward. They are not ready to do anything to move us forward. But you want to benefit the best of us. You want to come and steal our stuff. Because your ancestors are thieves and you are a thief. You cannot. We will not allow you to join. Okay? In fact, it is not for entry. Okay? It is not for you. Go and continue to practice your Christianity or your evil satanic, how do they call it? Satanism, Luciferianism, those rubbish stuff, those dark stuff you people do online. I see you people do. Go that one. Go and meet those grim world demons that are bastards that we don't know where they come from. Go do those ones. This one now for our own people. This one is for African people. This is not for you. Okay? This is not for you. You can never do this one and you will never do this one. Okay? This is not another trophy to grab. Okay? So you don't belong here. You don't belong here. This is as simple as that. Go find your square roots. Go find your level. We're not going to let you join. I've seen this again and again and again. I don't know what is wrong with this young generation. They are privileged. They feel that the world belongs to them. That you are the first race. Who born you? Are you mad? You believe you're an illusion to the point that you are now living in a fake reality, a dream world. You feel that your world revolves around you. This is the mentality that you have. And very soon, all of you are going to crash. You see what is happening in the world with the US currency. All the nations, everybody is tired of this hegemony. Everybody, the world has woken up. Everybody know the format. Everybody know the game plan of your Caucasian game plan with this NATO, using your currency to sanction people, all this nonsense oppressing African people. You see how African countries, they are tired. Everybody know what is happening. It's just a matter of time before they are going to knock many of you off the chessboard. It's just a matter of time. So I'm not worried. It is not me. The problem is not me, it is you. So you lost the privilege a long time ago, and you are still losing the privilege, because instead of you people doing the things to attune, you want to take it by force. You can never take it by force. This is African spirituality. This is our spirits. This is our soul. If you cannot take it 400 years ago, you cannot take it 2000. What makes you think you can be able to take it now that we are waking up? What makes you think you can be able to do it now? I don't know. You people are in for a shocker. The kind of shock a lot of white people are going to receive, you are not going to expect it. You are in for it if you don't wake up and smell the coffee for what is coming. A lot of white businesses are going to be kicked out of many countries. A lot of white people are going to beg on the streets. You people will be begging very soon to carry white supremacy for head. I just look and laugh. And I don't know waiting they come. You are not the only one in the world, and the world does not revolve around you. Okay? There are other people in the world. There are Chinese people, there are Indian people, there are African people, there are Mexican people. This world does not belong to you. And you are a damn minority. You keep deceiving yourself with your media that you are a majority. We know you are a minority. I wonder where you people are going with this. But it will soon end. This is a good thing. It will soon end. So my advice to many of these white people, stay away from African spirituality. We have a lot of hungry spirits here. People that you have killed. Because of many Africans are suffering today because of white people. Because your government keep deceiving our government, and with our conniving with bad leaders to steal our resources, suck our resources from Africa to build your own country. You're making us poor every day. That you still want to come into to steal our spirituality. It's not going to work. A lot of Africans have died. Millions of Africans are dying every day because of these evil things you are doing. And yet you want to come and see that the people you have been killing, you want the spirits of those people to come and help you, to give you power to kill them more. Does it make sense? This is like the situation of our Christian brothers in Africa praying to Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ that was designed to put you in bondage. They have been praying to Jesus since Jesus came to Africa, yet they are still poor. This is the same situation that will wait you in African spirituality. Because Jesus is not the ancestors of the black man. It is the ancestors of the phantom spirit of the white people, of the Caucasian, designed to make you poor, to deceive you. Leave everything you are doing up. Believe me, you go to heaven. Why? Steal everything you have now. Abracadabra. The more you look, the less you see. Same thing waiting for you in African spirituality. Imagine somebody like me, then I pass over tomorrow, then I see one snowflakes trying to call me to come and help them do something. What do you think I will do? I will just take a broom and smack you like a fly. This is a very dangerous stuff for you. Okay? My advice to you people, continue to do the rubbish you are doing. If you really want to practice African spirituality, you must be seen to be doing the work. You must be seen to be helping Africa. You must be seen, must be standing up against racism and discrimination. You must be seen to be doing the work. This is the way you can help Africa. Not coming here to think of you want to steal from us. We have enough thieves here already. We don't need you. We have a lot of colored thieves to deal with. We don't want to add one more white one to the system. Okay? So stay your lane. Many times I'll see white people coming in. They want to practice. I ask them, have you been to Africa before? No. What is your connection with Africa? No. Are you even married to an African person? No. Why do you want to learn African spirituality? The aim is just to steal stuff that they can go and pass on as their own. They call themselves experts. You can only practice African spirituality if you are mixed maybe one of your parents is an African or you have an African lineage. That way you can practice. But you don't even have any blood connection, one iota of African blood. Nothing, one drop is not even inside you. You want to come here. What do you want to come? You are not even doing anything to help us. You are okay, you will come here, you want to get the best of both worlds. Okay? You want to get the best of both worlds. You are just a thief, a colonizer. This is what you are. You want to come and colonize us here, recolonize us, spiritual colonization. Well, maybe it can work with some practitioners, but it's not going to work with me. This is part of the reason I do a video interview for everybody that want to join my program. I must see your face. You cannot join in there, ghost me. I don't care who you are. If you cannot show your face on camera and answer my questions, you are not coming to my program. It's not about the money for me. I need money, but it's not about the money. A lot of things are involved. I will screen you out. Okay? This is not for everybody. Certainly not for you. Our people have passed through a lot of pain, a lot of hell, and we are still passing through this every day. I travel many places. I see racism. I see how you people still oppress African people with your favorable policies. People will come to your country, you stress them out, you almost make them, you turn them into slaves. You treat them very, very bad. And you want to be equal with us spiritually, you can never be. I see racism everywhere I go, courtesy of you. Your CNN will show one side in Africa, we go back, we'll be showing Africa in a negative light, giving the impression that Africa is a very poor place, a very dirty place, that they are primitive people, all we do is beg. When people see you on the road, they'll be hating you. Your media is disparaging us every day on the news. Your Christianity is destroying our people. Your government is stealing our people blind, lying to us every day. 24, everything you people do is to destroy us. And yet you want to come and learn Africans. Who the hell are you? Caucasians, you people are, your problem is too much. Your problem is too much. Okay? If we don't talk to you like this, you will not know. Many of you, I wonder if you have deluded yourself. In your secret societies, they teach this thing. You know the truth, right? In your secret societies. But why do you keep teaching the lie to the world? Because you want power. You want to dominate and oppress everybody. You want to put us down forever. Is it not a game? But the cat is out of the bag now. So you people have to wake up and smell your coffee and come back to reality. The earlier you change your character, the better. Because a lot of people are not happy. A lot of people are hungry, especially in Africa. A lot of people don't want to see you because your people have been hurting our people for so long, and you are still doing it. You are still doing it. Now, things have changed. We have new friends now. We have new alliances now. We cannot continue to be under your boots anymore. We must wake up. So it's going to be very bad for you people if you don't change. But I know many of you will not change because it's not your character to change. Your character is to destroy. Maggots. Anywhere you go, you pollute, destroy, and condemn the place. This is your superiority, the spirit of destruction. So this is the way you have. So you cannot practice African spirituality. Okay? You cannot practice. We don't allow this kind of people here. We cannot allow you to come and infiltrate and destroy us. It's as simple as that. So go to your church, stay your lane, go to your dark stuff, your demonic EA quoting, those kind of no God, no those demonic destructive philosophy. Continue with your destruction. Just continue or leave us alone. We will be fine. We don't need you here. We don't need your help. We don't need your support. We don't need your assistance. We don't need your money. We don't want to see your face. It's as simple as that. You cannot practice. These young children that are coming in, if you go and start making contact by yourself, you're going to meet with destructions. Okay? I'm just telling you the truth. A lot of spirits are not happy. A lot of African spirits are not happy. When they see you coming in, try to do spell to make contact with them, they will just strike you down. This is what will happen to you, because they will not strike you down. The only way you can do is to stand for African people. Okay, that is the only way. Do the right thing, change your behavior. That is the only thing that can help you people. Okay, when you do start doing the things, doing the work, it's only the spirit that will look for you and they will start helping you. That is the only way I can see why people come into these things. You all have work to do, because you people have put us in this situation. We are working, struggling, fighting, tearing ourselves to continue to survive, passing through hell every day. Then you just think that you can just come in and just swoop in like on highs, just start learning stuff easy without passing through anything. You have work to do. If you say you want to come to this path, your work will be stronger than even my work. Your work will even be stronger. Okay? You have work to do, serious work. You will even do the hardest job. You will go the hardest mission. Okay? You have seen the movie Blood in Blood Out. Go and watch that movie. You will see one guy inside. You will see the kind of work he did. Your work will be very strong. So it's not something you will, if you come here, think you are coming here for easy life, to learn spells you can use to oppress and dominate other people. You're not going to get it from here. Okay? You're not going to get it. You have work to do. All of us have work to do. The world must change. We must move forward. And we must keep the torch burning. So this is my take on the issue. It is not about racism. It is common sense. You want our ancestors, our spirits to work for you. Your ancestors have done a lot of damage to those same spirits. Now you want to be calling on those spirits to come and help you succeed in life? Does it make sense? It doesn't make sense now. You originally check it for yourself. So it's a matter of your own safety. When we say you cannot come in, we know what we are talking about, that you cannot come in. We know. Okay? So this is the issue. I don't have any reservation. Please stay on lane. I know a lot of white people are on this channel. You come to my channel to come and be stealing things, looking for ways to destroy African spirituality. I see your rotten comments every day. This is your nature. I already know you. So I don't feel bad. You are doing the dirty work that your ancestors have always been doing, because you are always a piece of shit. And you will continue to be a piece of shit for the rest of your life. You will never be better than a black person. You will never be like us. You are not like us. You will always be inferior in blood and in spirituality. You will always be second place. And you cannot destroy us. So you're just wasting your time hanging around on this channel. Don't you have a job? No children to molest anymore? You have something to do. You know what? You can go to Ukraine to go and fight Russia so that Russia can kill you. What are you hanging on my channel doing here? Am I your mates? Okay? There's no way we can be friends. We don't operate on the same wavelengths. What are you doing here? If you feel you are superior to me in every way, shape, or form, what are you doing on my channel? If you feel you are superior, why are you watching me? Don't you have something else to do? Go and watch your rugby or one of your baseball. Go and watch those things. Don't come here. It's as easy as that. The channel is not for you. This is an African channel. Afrocentric channel. It's for African people, indigenous people. It is not for colonizers. Okay? It's not for racists. It's not for thieves. Okay? So this is not your channel. Go and open your own channel. Then do your rubbish there. It's not only for gay people too. Okay? So all the things that you people do, it is not. We have African culture. Okay? This is our own channel. If you have not get the memo, get it now. This is an African channel. African channel. Okay? So open your ear, leave this place. It's not for you, please. You cannot practice here. Go and practice your dustbin somewhere else. Okay? So I believe I have said enough on this topic. Questions and comments are welcome. like and share this video. If you like, you not share the video will still share itself. So I thank you very much for watching, and if you want to learn African spirituality, for those my African people, those people that really want to know more, if you are tired of your mainstream religion, you want to know the things your mainstream religion are hiding from you, I teach it on my website. If you want to know the things that these secret societies are hiding in their secret societies, they are so-called Freemason, Client Templar, Skulls and Bones, Prosecution, I teach it on my website. I will teach you what they are hiding from you. They are great secrets. I will teach it. I know it. Okay? Register for my program. I am here for you. Then if you want to read my book on quantum physics and African spirituality, I have the book. It's a very good book. It has a lot of scientific evidence. You know the rest of the story. If you want to do your spells, love spell, hexes, packs, consultations, you know where to find me. Okay? So apart from that, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next video as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.